Auburn Women's Basketball 2025-26 SEC Schedule Reveal. Key Matchups. Imagine stepping into a new chapter with a fresh slate. This is what the 2025-2026 SEC Women's Basketball season looks like for Auburn. But here's where it gets interesting. It's the first time head coach Larry Vickers will lead the Tigers into the SEC arena. With only 2 returning players from last year's team, the stage is set for a new era of Auburn basketball. Auburn's journey begins on New Year's Day with a road game against Mississippi State, a team that handed them a 40-point defeat last season. The Tigers will find their footing at home on January 4th, when they welcome Tennessee to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Each team in the SEC plays a grueling 16-game schedule, facing every conference opponent once and engaging in a home-and-home series with one team. For Auburn, that team is Florida, whom they narrowly edged out 74-51 last year, but fell to in the SEC tournament. This season, Auburn will host Florida on January 11 and travel to Gainesville on February 5th. Here's a closer look at Auburn's SEC schedule. January 1st at Mississippi State, January 4th, Tennessee, January 8th at Texas, January 11th, Florida, January 15th, Alabama, January 22nd, at Vanderbilt, January 25th, Oklahoma, January 29th, South Carolina, February 1st at Ole Miss, February 5th at Florida, February 8th, LSU, February 15th at Texas A&M, February 19th, at Missouri, February 23rd, Georgia, February 26th, Kentucky, March 1st, at Arkansas, March 4 through 8, SEC Tournament, Greenville, South Carolina. As the Tigers embark on this new journey, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how Vickers navigates the challenges of SEC basketball. But here's the part most people miss: the importance of the home-and-home series. Winning these games can significantly impact a team's overall record and momentum. Will Auburn's home win against Florida translate into a road victory in Gainesville? This season promises to be a mix of excitement and uncertainty, with Larry Vickers leading a young and eager team. As we look ahead, one thing is clear: the SEC is about to get a fresh face in the form of the Auburn Tigers. What do you think? Are you ready to see what this new era holds for Auburn basketball? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Florida Gators 2025-26 Women's Basketball SEC Schedule Revealed. The Southeastern Conference SEC has just revealed the complete schedule for women's basketball for the 2025-26 season, and it promises to be an exhilarating journey for the Florida Gators. Mark your calendars, because the Gators will kick off their SEC campaign with a challenging matchup against the Tennessee Lady Vols on January 1st, 2026. In a consistent format that has become a hallmark of the SEC, each team will engage in a total of 16 games, facing 8 opponents at home and 8 on the road. This includes a unique home-and-home series that rotates annually, ensuring a dynamic competition each season. Florida's SEC journey begins in Knoxville, where they will take on the Lady Vols on New Year's Day. Following this opening game, the Gators will return to their home court at Exactic Arena for 2 consecutive games. They will first host South Carolina, the runner-up of the 2025 NCAA tournament, on January 4th, followed by a matchup against Texas A&M on January 8. After these home games, the Gators will embark on a 2-game road trip, facing Auburn on January 11th and Kentucky on January 15th. They will then return to Gainesville to play against Missouri on January 18th, before heading to Baton Rouge to challenge LSU on January 26th. To wrap up the month, Florida will host Texas, the 2025 regular season champions, on January 29th. As February rolls in, the Gators will travel to Vanderbilt on February 1st, then return home to face Auburn again on February 5th and Arkansas on February 8th. Following this brief homestand, they will hit the road once more to take on Oklahoma on February 12th, after which they will enjoy a bye week. The regular season will conclude with a balanced schedule of home and away games. Florida will visit Mississippi State on February 19th and Georgia on March 1st, while hosting Alabama on February 22nd and Ole Miss on February 26th in Gainesville. The excitement culminates at the 2026 SEC Women's Basketball Tournament, which will once again be held in Greenville, South Carolina, at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena from March 4th to March 8th, featuring all 16 SEC teams. Here's a quick look at the 2025-26 SEC Women's Basketball schedule for Florida. January 1, Thursday, at Tennessee. January 4th, Sunday, South Carolina. 8th, Thursday, Texas A&M. At Auburn. January 15th, Thursday, at Kentucky. January 18th, Sunday, Missouri. January 26th, Monday, at LSU. January 29th, Thursday, Texas. February 1st, at Vanderbilt. February 5th, Auburn. February 12th, Thursday, at Oklahoma. February 19th, Thursday, at Mississippi State. February 26th, Thursday, Ole Miss. March 1, Sunday, at Georgia. Details regarding game times and broadcast information will be provided at a later date. For fans eager to support the Gators, season tickets for the 2025-26 campaign are now available. You can either reserve new season ticket packages or renew your existing seats. General admission tickets start at just $75, while courtside seating is available from $250, and loge seating begins at $150. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to reach out to the Gator ticket office at 352-375-4683, or you can email them at ticketoffice@gators.ufl.edu. Alternatively, you can fill out a contact form to have a representative get in touch with you. Stay connected with the Gators through social media. Follow them on X, Facebook, and Instagram, and join the conversation using the hashtag #GoGators. What are your thoughts on the upcoming season? Are there any matchups you're particularly excited about? Let us know in the comments. South Carolina Gamecocks 2025-2026 SEC schedule. Road to glory. Dominance on the court is no longer a question for South Carolina's women's basketball program. With 9 SEC regular season titles under their belt and 4 consecutive championships, the Gamecocks are setting the bar for excellence in the conference. But here's where it gets controversial. The 2025-2026 schedule might just test their mettle in ways fans haven't seen yet. The Southeastern Conference dropped the full slate on Tuesday, and it's a mix of familiar rivals and unexpected challenges that could shape the team's quest for a historic 10th overall and 5th straight crown. And this is the part most people miss. While the Gamecocks will face Alabama twice, once at home and once in Tuscaloosa, their clash with Texas will technically count as a non-conference game, even though both teams now share the SEC. That's right. The first showdown will take place at the Players Era Women's Championship in Las Vegas, a twist that sparks debate about how conference rivalries are defined in today's evolving college basketball landscape. Dawn Staley, the architect of this dynasty, has built a program that hasn't dipped below second place in the SEC standings since 2012-13. That's 11 years of unbroken excellence, with 5 of 6 and 9 of 12 titles to boot. But can they keep this streak alive against a schedule packed with powerhouses like Florida, Arkansas, and Kentucky? The 16-game conference grind kicks off on New Year's Day and culminates on March 1st, just before the SEC tournament. Along the way, the Gamecocks will battle a mix of in-state foes, Clemson, and cross-country challengers, Southern Cal, Louisville, plus a potential showdown with UCLA in Vegas. Oh, and don't forget the preseason exhibition against North Carolina, a chance to fine-tune their game before the real tests begin. For those wondering how this compares to past seasons, the non-conference slate is a masterclass in strategy. From the rugged Big East Providence Friars to the ACC's Duke Blue Devils, every opponent is handpicked to prepare the team for the grind of conference play. But here's the kicker. The Texas game, while non-conference, could serve as a litmus test for how the team handles high-stakes matchups outside their usual bubble. Will it be a confidence booster or a wake-up call? The full schedule? Let's break it down. New Year's Day starts with Alabama, followed by a road trip to Florida. By mid-February, they'll have faced Texas, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M, with March saving the best for last. Kentucky and the SEC tournament. Now here's a question to chew on. Is this the year South Carolina finally breaks their own dominance narrative? Or will the competition force them to redefine what unstoppable really means? Share your thoughts below. Do you think the non-conference Texas game is a scheduling oversight or a clever way to raise the stakes? The debate is just as intense as the games themselves.